Hello and welcome everybody, as we finally actually get to load into the game as well. It's going to be the Yard Red Festival, the charity event to raise money to help the Ukrainian refugees at the moment who are suffering, of course, because of the war. And how you can help as well is to just purchase the in-game ticket for this. It's only $1, so it's not a huge chunk or anything out of your pockets. Just $1, get an in-game ticket, get to watch the games without any lags or anything of the sort. Of course, hopefully the stream isn't lagging anyway, since it's on Twitch, but in any case, you can support the tournament if you want to. And not only that, the tournaments are also playing for a prize pool. About $5,000 is on the line here. This is going to be the lower bracket, Goomba Gaming versus HEHE, Never United. It's only a best of one, so you lose this, you're completely out of the tournament. But we're of course HeflaTV, your English coverage. I'm Coucher, and once again, I am joined by Mike Lores. Do you have any great expectations of this game?
Nothing too huge. I mean, I've seen a couple of weird things occasionally from Goomba, but in general, I would say both these teams tend to play it a little bit more conservatively. We saw a nice little comeback game from HEHE in the last series, and they once again are going to have the IO banned out from them. The last series we casted them just finished with it. Moscow 5 banned out the Legion along with the Wisp first, so maybe we're going to be seeing a Legion first pick here for HEHE.
It might be. At least I would be completely on board with that. I'm not sure if it was HEHE, but some team utilized the Legion Commander so damn well. Just early on, they started getting those duels, the wins of course with it as well, not just giving away damage. But Sky of Mage, I guess it's kind of a hero that you can't go wrong with. But Goomba now, if they're a team that likes to run Razor, they can pick it up. But Goomba is a team that loves themselves the Troll Warlord, but usually they leave it later on in the draft for themselves.
Yeah, unless you're playing against Goomba and you're very keen that they are going to pick up the troll, normally you're not going to be banning out a troll like ever. It's a dangerous hero for sure, but only in certain situations. Maybe Goomba are going to be setting themselves up for the troll pick by picking up the likes of Faceless Void, other heroes that benefit heavily from that additional attack speed. Mag, not really one of them, but certainly it can pave the way towards some other different melee carry. We see PA Mag a whole lot nowadays, but really any other melee hero is just aces with Mag.
And Mag overall is a pretty damn strong hero. Just the Shockwave is so spammable. It's quite a huge damage nuke as well, considering how low the cooldown is on the max level. But Vengeful Spirit will be the second pick for Goomba. I mean, it's a solid enough support. Also a support that works a little bit like an ogre in a sense that you can buff up your teammates just having the Vengeance Aura being close by. So with Team Power and the Vengeance Aura, the core heroes for Goomba are just gonna hit so damn hard.
It's also a very nice defensive pick for Goomba against the likes of Skywrath Mage. When you're hit with a concussive shot and silenced, then normally you're going to go down. Unless you have Vengeful Spirit, you're going to be playing superhero role, saving everyone from that kind of like Shadow Demon, except a little bit more risky, but still a nice solid pickup stun for Goomba. And well, we were talking a lot about their drafts. They have just nice, safe heroes. Skywrath Mage and Earthshaker are going to be their opening picks, and It's really, you go anywhere with these two, no matter which direction you want. We saw game number one, they picked up a Medusa, an AA, and a Venomancer as their last. I don't think they should go for it again because I don't think it's going to work, but that could be a route they choose to go for. Maybe Medusa is in their future.
It might be so. Of course, Goomba Gaming, they're gonna have the first pick in the second phase, and if they really want to, they can run a Medusa themselves. I mean, boosted up by the Empower plus the Vengeance Aura, the Medusa is gonna be just such a sick late game threat, to be honest. We'll see if Goomba want to go for it though. They themselves ban out a Templar Assassin. Of course, Templar Assassin would probably have a pretty good time against Magnus, just because Magnus really has no way of clearing off the refraction charges, apart from just right-clicking enough and getting a couple of shockwaves in. But that's not all too reliable and doesn't really serve the purpose. And we'll see, man. I have to agree that I hope that they're not going to go for the same strategy. Depending on what Goomba goes for though, he might still be tempted to go for it. If they just are up against maybe slightly more passive laning from Goomba, it might work out. But we will see.
It doesn't seem like Goomba are going to be going for passive laning with Avenge Mag opening. They are going to ban out those melee carries that benefit a lot from Empower, Phantom Assassin most notably, but also Spectre to a lesser degree. And then Goomba, they're going to protect their Mag, presumably going to the mid lane with the TA and Viper bans. Really bad matchups there for the Magnus. So they want the Mag to have as good a time as possible. And, I mean, there are still pretty bad matchups in the pool. Maybe the Razor is going to be a pickup for HEHE down the line, but they're just trying to do their best in order to make sure Mag is going to be getting a good time. And when you get a fast Blink Dagger on him, suddenly the entire game opens up. You could do so many other things with Blink Skewer, but they're going to go for the Faceless Void, so it looks like it is going to be potentially setting up for a Troll Warlord pick. It seems like it's going to be one of those games.
Yeah, Goomba, like we already talked about, they do love themselves a troll, and Faceless Void with extra attack speed, it's just gonna mean that there's gonna be more time locks, and if you're empowered, the cleave is gonna be pretty substantial as well. So, it might be so indeed. It might be a little bit, like, I guess they're not too late game reliant just because the battle trance even early on can make such a difference in the fights. But might be a little bit too greedy, to be honest. We'll see. HEHE themselves, having only the two supports, they just have the entire draft still open for them. Really haven't shown any of their cards yet. Unfortunately, they don't have any room for those defensive supports like the Vengeful, which is of course picked up, or maybe even a Shadow Demon, just because, I mean, they won't have any defensive abilities into the Chronosphere now.
Yeah, that's true if it was a normal team, but we did see he run 4 quote-unquote supports in the last game, so they're definitely not going to be avoiding or actively avoiding those types of lineups where if they see a hero that is going to fit in, such as the Shadow Demon in this game, then I think they would be a little bit willing to pick it up. So I'm sure that's what they're considering right now. For Goomba, they have the Vengeful Spirit already. I'm going to just go out on a limb and say their final 2 picks are going to be a Troll and an Ancient Apparition. That's where I'm going to go. And HEHE, they're going to actually pick up a Gyrocopter. Calldown's pretty good versus Goomba. I mean, when you have the Chronosphere, it's a big, giant target for that Calldown. It's kind of an aggressively slanted hero, so maybe HEHE are going to try to play this a little bit more aggressively versus Goomba and try to get him before the Faceless Void and Mag really get big.
Yeah, it might be them going for an aggressive tri-lane even. I mean, Skyriff and Dirtshaker, they definitely don't have to be in their own jungle like a Sand King would want to do, usually just stack it up and whatnot. So if they're going aggressive, they might just make the Faceless Void's life a living hell unless Faceless Void is going to be the offlaner instead for them. Which might happen depending on what hero they're going to go for as Troll. Well, you were correct on the first one. We'll see if the second one will be the Ancient Apparition. HEHE, of course, they're going to have now space to ban it out as well. It would be a pretty smart ban just because the attack speed slow from the Chilling Touch wouldn't mean anything with the Battle Trance. As well as just Chronosphere into Ice Blast, so hard to deal with. But HEHE, they need themselves an offlaner potentially, plus a mid laner as well. Tidehunter is available, as is the Centaur if they want to go for either of those. I guess even a Clockwork could work if they really wanted to. I mean, just Cogs into Mystic Flare, Cogs into Cooldown, something like that.
Yeah, I really like the Tidehunter here. Goomba, they have a whole bunch of low-range heroes. Faceless Void, Mag, obviously melee. Troll Warlord would like to be melee when he's fighting as well, so then you have easy setups for Anchor Smash and Ravage. Centaur could do the job just as well, although I think Tidehunter excels just a little bit more. So either one of those 2 heroes will be fantastic for HEHE, and, you know, no matter what you get, you're going to be setting up for some initiation onto someone. and then Gyrocopter is going to be able to follow up. Whether it's a large initiation like Ravage or a narrow initiation like Hoof Stomp, it's going to be setting up for Gyro's damage to come through anyway. So I think it should be pretty much a no-brainer. Either one of those two heroes. Haven't seen them. They actually ignored them in the last two games, I think, or for the most part ignored them. So maybe they just don't like those types of heroes. That is a possibility, but they're so incredibly strong, and especially with Goomba's melee-heavy lineup, you got to get something that could punish it. Maybe even a Korjakiro is going to be viable.
Goomba definitely wouldn't mind, but going for a Naga Siren, that's no fun at all. But that will mean that Goomba Gaming, if they go for a Chronosphere, yet they don't catch the Naga Siren, there's just going to be probably an immediate Song of the Siren to disengage. And of course, he just some great late game spirit pushing as well. So far, Goomba, they don't have the best wave clear or just a way to deal with the illusions. Most likely, Faceless Void will go for the Maelstrom into Mjolnir. Magnus, I guess the Empower will definitely be of great use there, getting the cleave going for the Faceless Void. Shockwave might be enough, but as far as just dealing with split push goes, it's not like they have any global presence themselves. Heroes that would maybe even build for early boosts of travels, for example. So, not something like an Ember Spirit or Morphling with the Replicate that can deal with it. So if this Naga gets huge, as always, it's going to be just massive pains to deal with.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Goomba to clear everything out. They do have Empower, Whirling Axes, those types of things, maybe a couple of Maelstroms down the line. But it's definitely possible that they'll be able to focus down and kill the Naga Siren just with the amount of single target damage they have. Again, it's all amplified by the Vengeful Spirit. It's all amplified by Battle Trance. And when you're dealing with Bashes and Cleave, that's a lot of damage that Naga Siren really isn't going to be able to deal with until she gets one of her big health items. And that doesn't come until after Radiance, Travels, sometimes not even until after Manta Style. So that's going to be a long time where Goomba are going to be able to punish this Naga Siren. I would have thought that Goomba would have been a little bit more easily punished with their lineup, being melee heavy, being a little bit late game oriented, but Naga Siren is just he trying to one-up Goomba in the late game, and I don't know if they could get away with it. Gyrocopter, Earthshaker, Scarith Mage, they're definitely the types of heroes who could hold down the fort, but it's going to be a little bit close for this Naga Siren. She might even be forced to fight a little bit more often than she really would like. Maybe go mid and then try to get, drums and Diffusal or something like that.
It might be so indeed, and of course they can still go rather aggressive with their laning if they choose to do so. And man, you're a wizard, man. So nice predictions by you. You called it. So Goomba, they're going to run the Ancient Apparition as the secondary support here. And HEHE, are they maybe even going to go for something like a Nature's Prophet, safe lane with an aggressive Trial Naga mid? Get some more early aggression, just global presence for themselves. Just wrap Dota as well if need be to hold on if Goomba really get off to a great start.
It could be a possibility. It would be fairly strong and it would pretty much lock down the late game completely. But I do think it's more of a problem for them to hold on early on. I was not going to say Puck. I was going to once again suggest the Centaur Tide option, but Puck, as far as holding down the mid lane, is going to be Naga Siren is going to be taking one of the core roles in the side lanes. Puck versus most likely Mag is pretty good for Puck. You're going to be very elusive. You're not going to die in that lane, or you shouldn't die in that lane, as you'll be able to dodge incoming ganks from the Vengeful Spirit missile, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a nice little pickup from HEHE, going to give them a lot more survivability in the laning stage, but this Puck is going to have to make some serious plays, and the Gyrocopter, he's going to have to play very aggressively early on as well, because they're going to be just buying time for Naga Siren, and Goomba, they could bring the heat a lot earlier.
Well, to be honest, at least the 4 heroes of HEHE, apart from the Naga Siren, they should be equipped to fight, especially if, for example, they get a nice Dream Coil followed by the Gyrocopter cooldown, for example, something along those lines. Dream Coil might already be enough for the setup for the Mystic Flare as well. But it really depends on how well the lanes will go for HEHE. If they're going for an aggressive tri-lane and it works out, then great. But if they're running it safe and with a Puck off lane, for example, their safe lane is just gonna, or the supports, they're gonna have to make so many rotations to just make it worth their while.
When you pick up a Gyrocopter, though, you're kind of expected to be super aggressive in lane, so I think HEHE are going to try for the 3v3 matchup. If Goomba are going to let that happen, that's another matter entirely, but with a Gyrocopter and an Earthshaker and a Skywrath, that's so much magical damage. A little bit light on lockdown, but if you land a single fissure block, then they're just completely screwed. So if the more aggressive this Gyrocopter is going to be playing, the better for him. The Rocket Barrage level 1 is insane, so they're going to all be heading down towards the bottom lane, first of all, with Puck leading the way. It is going to be Hua on the puck. That leaves Chipson on the Scarith Mage. Techno Roshan is going to be playing the Gyrocopter. On the Earthshaker, we have Sexy Bambo, and up towards top, we got Nihis, and they're going to run into each other. It's going to be Mag seeing everything out, but unfortunately, the Vengeful Spirit stun is a little bit too far away. And it looks like no one is going to be caught here unless there's a fissure, and this could be really bad for HEHE. Goomba, rather. They have to disengage. Nice magic missile, though, for Edie. That might buy enough time for his teammates to escape, but now he's completely blocked. I don't think this Venge is going to go down. This should be the first blood, unless Chipson is going to die first. No, Edie is definitely going to be the first casualty aboard. Nias has him in the corner. Nias taking a lot of damage, actually. This might not be what they really wanted. The Ancient Apparition or Chilling Touch is doing so much damage right now, but so is the Rocket Barrage. Chill's going to get the kill, but he will trade his life for it. That's a 2-for-1 in favor of HEHE. They got first blood as well. And I think that should just about be the end of it. That was a very rare occasion that we see Ancient Apparition not insta-winning a level 1 engagement.
They just took it badly, really. Vengeful Spirit, his positioning, I mean, the magic missile was nice onto the Earthshaker, but he had no way to escape after that actually came out. So, they got the one counter kill, although I'm not too sure if Faceless Void diving like that was even worth it, to be honest. Just because now their tri lane will be a little bit stronger, they will have a little bit more XP to work with here. And in a tri lane versus tri lane situation, if you hit that level 2 before the enemy, you're gonna have just such an advantage, and just you might be able to wipe the enemy tri lane. And if that happens, the tri lane is just completely lost for the others.
Well, the tri lanes are going to be still running into each other. This is still level 1 across the board, I think. Yeah, Troll Warlord actually has no experience at all. This is going to be a hard lane for Goomba. As powerful as Troll Warlord is, the Gyrocopter is nigh unbeatable once you get close range on him. So that's going to be very difficult for Goomba to recover in that lane. That being said, though, they should be able to make up the difference over in mid, where the Mag matchup versus Naga is a really good one for Mag, although only if he hits those skewers. That's not so good. And top lane, Void versus Puck is not the best for Void, but he's already harassing the Puck down pretty effectively. With Poor Man's Shield, he can shrug off most of the harassment that he's going to take.
Poor Man's Shield is just such a great item. Of course, he's probably not even going to go for backtrack this early. I mean, 5 armor plus Poor Man's Shield should be enough already. Just maybe going for the aggressive route, maxing time lock even potentially. And like I said, mid lane, Magnus with the shockwave spam should just have a pretty great time. Although Nihis shouldn't be afraid for his life at any single point in time, unless Magnus really gets a surprise skewer off somehow. And so far on the bottom lane, Kasha on the Aegis Apparition, he's been just going back and forth, running, maybe thinking to go and stack Ancients or something. But so far, nothing's really happening on the bottom lane.
Yeah, I expect it to be pretty much started by HEHE. It's going to be up to Sexy Bambo in order to catch someone with the fissure. And once that happens, the kill can follow very shortly after. So Earthshaker is going to be 100% of the setup for HEHE. Whereas for Goomba, they have mostly the Vengeful Spirit to start off. That exists is going to get into a fist fight with Nihis. And level 2 on that Riptide is doing quite a bit of damage to the Mag, but he's going to fill up his bottle at the Haster and maybe even get head up towards the top lane with this one. No, he's not. Just wanting to get a little bit more experience. Level 3 Mag is not too impressive. Really gets level 7 is where the fun time starts for the Mag.
Yeah, and Nihis actually, he got first blood on the Naga Siren, yet just now he got his bottle. It's not like he's struggling for last hits all that much, but he just chose to finish up a Ring of Passy and even get a TP scroll before going for the bottle. Bottom lane, some pinks go out. I guess they want to go, but this Observer Ward to Dire 1, they really need to get a sentry onto that before they can really hope to get the aggression going for themselves.
And even if they do, their only chance is to get close with RMN and hopefully have him beat the Gyrocopter in one-on-one combat, and you can't beat a Rocket Barrage. There's even a missile on the Gyrocopter. It does do a lot of damage, and I don't really know how much I like this. I think I would rather see 2 points in Rocket Barrage and try to see them start some fights early on. Regardless, what's done is done. Sometimes missile value is all you need for just a little bit more crowd control.
The missile can be strong indeed. Wouldn't expect him to max it out here at the moment, but we'll see. Maybe he's going for a slightly different build. I've seen core Gyrocopters max out the missile, but that was when they're in a lane against a Weaver, for example. I'm not too sure if they feel the need that... It's not like they have the Faceless Void who could time walk or something away anyway and have the homing missile just nuke him down for the end. But we'll see. Most likely it's going to be Rocket Barrage or Flacken unmaxed.
It should be. That's pretty much the standard build. Armen diving really deep, however, he has to respect the possibility for Fissure blocks. He's going to back off for now, and it seems like the Gyrocopter a little bit too far away to actually help out. Armen, whoa, he's turning around to attack. Awfully bold of him. The Gyrocopter is now closing in. If they get a block on Armen, that could be a kill. Bambo's going to hold it twice. that could have been a fissure and then a kill if he threw it out either of those times.
I have no idea why he even waited for it. I mean, he had vision with the observer board after all. That was just hesitation that didn't really pay off. Sometimes it's like you can actually get a better fissure. Maybe he was hoping to get more heroes. Says, oh chill, he time walks for Hava. Doesn't get instant time lock afterwards though, although he has 3 points into it.
So the Faceless Void actually manhandling the Puck up towards top. Puck is behind in CS. He is level 5 and Faceless Void is level 5 as well, so no huge discrepancy there. But still Void is being very aggressive towards his Puck, and he doesn't really have any options getting kills unless he gets the insanest luck in the bashes and a Chronosphere, but unless that happens, Chill's just fine to just stay the course. He has a poor man's shield, so he's taking very little damage. Near the Orb of Venom as well, his sticking power is extremely high, so Puck is kind of not expected to win this lane, or to win an off lane, but he's expected to win versus Faceless Void. Like, that's pretty much a given, but that's just not happening. So another additional win for Goomba, even if their bottom lane isn't doing the best, and it is still doing very well. In fact, Troll Warlord has more than the Gyrocopter. They have pretty much all their lanes winning.
Somehow they are actually doing it. And for them, oh, the skewer exists, doesn't connect on it, can't go for the reverse part, didn't even have enough mana for it, miscalculation, ensnared to stop the TP. Exist. I mean, he was winning the lane, but this move here, oh god, he did not calculate his mana properly.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't even close to being enough. He was like 150 away from his RP. It costs quite a bit of mana, and it doesn't do that much damage, so you're going to be fighting under tower. I don't really know why he went for that. It seemed kind of suicidal. I guess he figured, hey, I'm ahead in lane. I might as well try to kill off my opposition since I have been getting so much CS, but that one move pretty much equalized the lane, or, you know, for the most part did. It's going to be Gasher who's in the most trouble. He's going to be caught with a fissure, and the missile is going to plink him down. That actually did quite a bit of damage. That's a level 3 skill right there. Yeah, I guess if you're going to be catching people like that, then missile gets pretty good.
Immediately, as that missile hit and the damage it made, I was like also checking out which level it is. So he's actually maxing it out. I guess otherwise you maybe wouldn't even take a single point into it. So going for something different. I mean, Goomba, they have 2 heroes that can potentially escape otherwise, the Time Walk and the Skewer from the Magnus. So having it maxed out, a max or cap of 500 damage when it's on the 4th level, it's pretty sick considering that heroes have like 800 HP or something along those lines. And mid lane, the slow ensnare onto exist as well. Just look at the damage output. Riptide, of course, boosted up as well from the Ancient Seal. Just excellent gank.
And that's the second time he got ganked like that, and it's the second time that he burned TP scrolls in order to get away. I mean, you should be able to calculate whether or not you have enough time to TP out, and up against Naga, generally a low damage early game
lane, homing missile, man, it's gonna get the kill! It's the missile kill. Although, level 1 would have gotten it as well, but... Or arguably, it wouldn't have even gotten to that if the Rocket Barrage had been higher level, but oh, top Chronosphere comes out. I think they're gonna get the kill, Magic Missile to follow up as well. And they get the counter at the very least.
Yeah, it's a nice landing stage for Goomba, but these kills are just not going their way. Mag kind of feeding away a lot of gold over towards mid. That's 200 gold that he kind of wasted in TP scrolls, plus giving a lot of gold to the Naga Siren. Not a hero that you want to be feeding. They get a nice little kill up on top. Killing off the Puck is a pretty high objective, making sure that he is nowhere close to his blink, but still, bottom lane RMN, without these supports, can't actually sit and be comfortable versus the Gyrocopter, especially once Gyro hits level 6. Then Troll Warlord can do pretty much nothing against that, but still it's a level 4 hero versus a level 6 hero now. The Troll Warlord is not going to be able to do anything. He has to leave the lane. He has no other options, and that is, of course, going to mean that HEHE are going to rotate their support heroes out as well. Level 5 in the Shaker and the Ancient Apparition both. This Troll Warlord is so far behind in levels.
Yeah, and even Skyref is level 5 thanks to the Magnus dying twice their chill. Came in to snatch the Illusion Rune, so they're not going to share that. Sexy Bambo though, somehow he already has the Arcane Boots. I guess because he's been a part of 5 kills and hasn't died himself. Those early Arcanes will help out the entire team. Chip's Hand might get his own as well in only 150 gold. And Naga Siren now, he's tied with last hits with the Magnus. I think at some point Magnus had like 30, whereas He's had 19 maybe. Just the mid lane, the 2 kills, just... My god, we would have thought that Magnus gonna completely maybe take over the game with an extremely fast blink, but those 2 kills are so important for his success.
Yeah, he's still well on his way to a blink dagger. Like, he's only 700 away from that. They're gonna go for Geisha up on top lane, and I think with the fissure they will be able to get it. Waz gonna try to escape the cold feet, and it will still be the death of the Ancient Apparition. He's gonna try to deny himself to neutrals that aren't there, unfortunately for him. Earthshaker is going to be taking that kill. In the meantime, bottom lane exists, going to skewer forward, going to get the slowdown onto Chips, and with one more shockwave, he will get the kill. I don't even know if he needs it. Oh, there it is. It will get the kill on the Scarith Mage, making it a 1-for-1 support trade all across the map. Mag getting the kill is going to be so important for him. Like, he needs his Blink Dagger after throwing away all those previous deaths.
I mean, I have to agree with you. He's only 300 gold short now of it. If he gets it even 10 minutes in, maybe 11, it's still going to be a pretty good timing, to be honest. Of course, they go for Arcanes first, but not that necessary when you have a bottle anyway. Although, he's going to have to calculate his mana properly next time around. Thank God that Shockwave as well as Skewer are rather low mana cost. And the game gets unpaused, so it's 7-3 all in all. Looking at the graphs early on as well, it's about a 1200 gold lead for HEHE. XP, exactly the same. So he are having a slight advantage, although Goomba started off really good with just the last hit numbers. But giving away kills, it's really not benefiting them at all. Especially this Troll Warlord is struggling the most.
Yeah, and Troll is a hero that needs a lot of gold. And if he can't effectively farm a lane by himself, then he's going to be a dead hero. I guess they're getting farm on the Faceless Void, who I think I would rather have farm on than the Troll Warlord, but still, if you have to choose between your cores, then, you know, you're in a bad situation. Chill has to make stuff happen, a lot of things happen with this Chronosphere, and he really doesn't have that much help with the Chronosphere. I mean, aside from just random damages being thrown in, shockwaves, magic missiles, he has no Ice Blast to work with, and he has no Battle Trance to work with either. So Faceless Void, without any of those tools, you can maybe get kills in the Chronosphere, but it's going to be a lot more difficult.
I absolutely love what HEHE is doing at the moment. Chipsign, he's soaking up XP and farming the mid lane, whereas NiHi is in this jungle just stacking up for himself and farming it up with the Riptides. So really nicely done by HEHE, just making sure the Scarif Mage actually does get a reasonably timed level 6. Mystic Flare with the Ensnare, for example, just such an easy setup to, I think, kill most of the heroes on the map at the moment.
Yeah, I think that'll probably kill everyone on Goomba. No way you can get out of that unless there's a swap coming soon. And there is. Edie will eventually have that one available, but for right now, it's still going to be the most devastating skill combo on the map. Sexy Bambo with an Invis Rune hunting for Chill is going to find that hero. Do they have enough to kill off this Void with just Puck Shaker? I don't think they do, but they should definitely have enough with Scarith Mage thrown into the mix. They have to make sure to make this Scarith Mage hidden, though. If the Siege Creep sees him, then suddenly you can't get the kill anymore.
Yeah, they have to kill the Siege Creep for sure before they go in. Sexy Bambo's about a quarter of duration left, Chipsign. He's like one step away from getting into the vision of the creeps, and oh, but a nice stun comes out first, the sign has to follow. Illusory Orb, Dream Coil even used for that, but there's the reverse polarity, catches to Skewer under the tower as well. Do they have enough still? Chipsign is dropping low, as is Hawa. He pops the silence to make sure. No, never mind, TP cancelled by the nice nether swap of Edie. So it's a 2-for-1 in the end. Goomba, really nice reactions.
Yeah, Exist trying to go for the 3-man skewer and taking their shaker with him as well. A little bit off that, but still getting 2 kills for the team, and that's going to give him... I mean, he already has the Blink Dagger, RP as well, was used there, so can't really ask for much more. Goomba trading away the most important hero for them to keep alive, unfortunately for them, but they got a very, very good trade off of that, so it should be them being pretty satisfied. Our men has been leveling and farming over towards the mid lane as well, so all things considered, Goomba should be very happy, and unless Techno gets this kill on the tower, he will destroy that. And now the missile is going to actually, no, be dodged by Chill. Well done by him. Dodging quite a bit of damage.
It's so funny, like, well done by him. You are such a skilled player, Chill. Your backtrack works.
No, he time walked into it.
Oh, okay, then yeah. I didn't even look at it myself. I thought he completely backtracked the damage. Okay, well then you're correct, man. Well done. But Naga Siren, he's still number 1 in net worth. He hasn't been addressed at all. The only death is the level 1 skirmish that they had. He's up to 3k gold as well. Goomba, they have the Blink Dagger on Magnus. Reverse Polarity, of course, was used on the top lane. They're gonna have to kill him within the next 2 to 3 minutes before he gets the Sacred Relic, so he would actually lose a great amount of gold. If they fail to do so, Sexy Bambo, he got a solo kill with... Oh.
Yeah, the AA was at like half-ish HP, got hit with a fissure, then Bambo just walked up and Echo Slammed. It was really easy.
Well, nicely done, Sexy Bambo. He's actually has a lot of gold himself as well. He's up to 1.5k gold. If he continues at this rate, he's gonna have like, what, 17-18 minute Blink Dagger, if not faster, depending on how many towers or kills they get. I mean, they're getting a lot of farm pretty much on everybody.
Yeah, we saw this in the previous game. Bambo, as the Shadow Demon, got a ton of farm and a ton of kill assists. He's looking to be on that road right now. He's 206 and he's doing very well. Nias is going to get hit with the Chronosphere. He will narrowly dodge the ultimate from the AA and then get the sleep because of it. I think if he got hit with the Ice Blast, that would have been lethal damage. It would have been really close, though. Now Chill is going to get silenced before he gets Time Walk, walks right into a Mystic Flare, and he's going to go down. He does buy most of the Maelstrom before he does drop, but now Edie's in quite a bit of trouble. Drum Charge for the chase, and Edie has no chance of escaping this. Rocket Barrage is going to slowly bring him down, actually pretty quickly. And now it's going to be the death of the Vengeful Spirit. They're going to chase forward for Exist. He has a Skewer. He has a Blink Dagger. If he could find the time, he will snap the coil and grab the rune and be just fine. That's going to be a clean escape for the Mag. Clean escape for everyone else on Goomba, but they do lose two very key heroes. And they were trying to slow down Nihis at around the perfect timing, but it's too late. Sacred Relic has been purchased.
Well, they tried to slow him down instead. He got the gold necessary for it. Of course, it's not the Radiant finished quite yet. But it's probably going to be there at 17 or 18 minutes in, which is a pretty good timing, to be honest, considering they've only destroyed one tower. And he is still #1 in net worth. That is so scary for Goomba. They have some pretty nice late game themselves, of course. The Battle Trance, Faceless Void, and just Magnus empowering everybody up. But even so, I would not love to just take the chances of going late game up against Naga Siren. And of course, Gyrocopter will also be there for HEHE.
For sure. I mean, this is pretty much the point in the game where you want to be, or as a Naga Siren team, you're expected to be a little bit behind because you're usually going to be playing 4v5. Maybe she's struggling to get her relic up, stuff like that. But in this case, with her leading the farm, this is like almost unheard of, as Naga Sirens are not supposed to have it this easy. And Goomba, they're really struggling to get anything going on really any of their heroes. Like, they're getting a couple of trades here and there, but in general, it's just not good enough. And yeah, this is just not looking good at all for Goomba.
Man. Nihis and Bambo, they were farming in the jungle, or rather Nihis was farming in the jungle. Bambo went next to him. He pinged it out as well. He's like, leave me one of the freaking stone golems. He even tried to snatch one with the enchant totem, failed. And Nihis, he literally just right-clicked away both of the golems. That would have been the blink dagger on Bambo. He will still get it, but he's just going to have to wait a little bit.
Well, Chronosphere used, killing off Puck. Necessary pickoffs for Goomba, but still they don't have enough. There's now a Blink Dagger completely on the Shaker. Didn't really slow him down by that much. He just has to wait a couple of seconds in the base. And now he's going to show it off versus the Faceless Void. He's going to wait for another creep wave, I think. Well, I mean, there's an Observe War for the Dire, so no surprise is going to happen there. They should know that Bambo has his Blink Dagger right now, so it's probably not going to get to be... it's not going to catch anyone by surprise, but even if it doesn't matter. The sheer threat of that item alone is going to make Goomba play so much more defensively. And they're already playing fairly defensively, and they're up against a Naga Siren. This is just a huge pickup for Shaker. This is like what you would expect from a core that has bad farm, but instead he has a support that has good farm. Edie is going to get jumped over in the mid lane. He is going to be brought down in a hurry. The Puck is going to take quite a bit of damage. Will dodge Whirling Axe to Armen, going to dodge most of the Mystic Flare, and he will be fine. Easy pickoffs once again for HEHE, and they don't even have to capitalize on this at all if they don't want to, but they're going to. Wrapping around for RMN. Is this missile just going to kill him? I think it is. In the meantime, Exist. He's in a little bit of trouble. He has a Blink Dagger, though, so he might be fine. RMN. It will not be lethal. He has magic sticks, and he will be able to survive. In the meantime, Chill take the tower up towards top, but yeah, this is just buying space and time for HEHE. They don't have to be doing anything for towers or anything like that.
Oh, Techno. I thought he's actually going to chase him down, or never mind, he's going to go for it. Activates the drums as well. There's the swap from Edie. Getting even more distance, reverse priority only onto Blue Banana, but it's gonna be the kill. Ice Blast will miss, but it's a 1-for-1, as it's actually Sexy Bambo. He got the kill with the Fisher, but this level 4 homing missile, it does a crazy amount of damage if you're actually getting the max distance out of it.
Yeah, it's not a dependable skill because you can just kill it off and then avoid 100% of that damage, but when it lands, it hurts like hell. And these trades right now for HEHE, I mean, it's going to be technically a 1-for-1, a core for a core, but the fact that the Naga Siren is still farming means that it's going to be a trade that HEHE are going to make every single time they have a chance to. Because really, they're just buying space and time. With the trade, that means that the Faceless Void threat to the Naga Siren with the Chronosphere into Ice Blast and Shockwave and stuff like that, that's not on the table. So Nihis has that much more free space to farm. And this is just not going well for Goomba. They can't afford to make 1-for-1 trades. They have to take... I mean, getting pickoffs is fine. You could do that. That's pretty good. but not if you lose ED up on top. And Bambo's looking for a Fissure. He's going to get swapped back. Fissure's going to land on the wrong side, actually. That was the first botched Fissure that we've seen, but will it matter? Because there's a Naga Siren Illusion chasing down the Vengeful, and then 2 more coming from the bottom. Radiance Burn is OP. Naga Siren gets the kill.
Bottom lane, Techno Roshan gets the kill on Otterman. Ice Blast connects, but Kasha, he's so low on health. Another Fissure from Sexy Bambo. Double kill for Blue Banana on the Gyro, and just excellent trade. Puck, of course. He did die to the solo Chrono, but that just means that there's no Chrono for the fights. In the meantime, Goomba, they take the tier 1 mid, so just trades across the entire map almost. Nihis forced to pop the Song of the Siren and TP out. It's level 2 though, so 1 minute less of a cooldown than it would have been previously.
And he's completely okay with using Song of the Siren there. I mean, there's the 100% the use of that spell right now for HEHE is not to set up fights, it's to make sure the Naga Siren doesn't die. And if she uses it to not die, then mission accomplished, obviously. So HEHE, they're just going to stay the course. Goomba, they're in a position where they have to make plays. They have to get kills. They have to use Chronosphere in order to get, 2 heroes picked off. Otherwise, the timing and cooldown of Chronosphere, killing off 1 hero, as good as that is, it's just not going to be enough with HEHE farming so rapidly. And they still have Blink Dagger on Mags and all the other tools that they need in order to take these fights, but they're just not finding the opportunity. They're going to get a tower deny over towards mid, but Chill's still in a little bit of trouble. He does not know that the entire team is smoked up behind this puck. They will quickly know their situation, as it's going to be Mag getting hit with the Echo Slam and the Mystic Flare. That Mag did not stand a chance. And that's another kill that Goomba cannot afford to be making. Again, HEHE do not have to push off of this. They're just buying space for the Siren.
I have to say still that Bambo, he's been playing a pretty sick Earthshaker. I mean, he has more farm than the Puck. Puck still doesn't have his Blink there. Gonna run into ED. Nice dodge of the Magic Missile. Chill, he's gonna go in. Is it gonna be another solo Chrono? Never mind, Hava. He gets himself out with the Chaunt. Nice swap from ED, trying to make it so that the timing of the Chaunt won't be there. But this Roshan is so damn scary. If only somebody jumps in. They have the Dream Coil as well. Illusory Orb. Is he gonna go into it? No. He's buying some time. Sexy Bambo is there. The Fissure catches both. Enchant out them to follow. Ice Blast is gonna hit onto Sexy Bambo. Never mind, he even dodges that as well. 2 heroes down. Dream Coil used even from the Puck. And they're probably gonna be able to snatch the Roshan, I think.
I think they will. ED's going to take a little bit more damage, but he will teleport away. Exist is going to jump right in. Has an RP, but he gets silenced immediately. No RP. He's going to grab the Aegis, though. I guess pretty nice. He also got the kill on the Roshan, and HF Roshan kills off Puck in the meantime. Exist is going to come right back up. No RP chancing, and he will go down again, but still denying a lot of experience in gold to HEHE. It's just not good enough, though. HEHE are pretty much winning this game 4v5, and they're winning it by a large margin as well.
It's always so scary if that's the case, because what the hell will they do when the Naga Siren starts joining the fights? He's already pretty much 3,000 net worth ahead of the next highest, and he's gonna farm so much faster than anybody else on the map, just because he's gonna have those illusions work for him with the Radiance and the Riptide. He's already level 13 as well. He's just farming so rapidly. Gonna have his Boots of Travels plus a Blade of Alacrity on top of that, so going into the meta style. This Naga Siren, he got way too big, way too early. It's definitely not unkillable yet, and it's not over for Goomba. But they're gonna have to just start really chaining their ultimates together for the team fights.
Yeah, and the Mag didn't even use his RP there. It wouldn't have made a difference, but if he had that with a Chronosphere, with an Ice Blast that actually landed on someone, that could have easily been, 3 HEHE heroes dying in a hurry. But instead, because they were kind of all stagnated and they were kind of in there one at a time, it was just a really messy situation for Goomba. Obviously, you want to contest the Roshan when you can. And that was a situation where I think anyone would have done the same, but it's just not really what they need to be doing right now. They need more farm. They need to shut down the farm of the Naga Siren. They need like 3 more heroes. They need to Exist to not get Echo Slammed up on top lane and then annihilated. But it's a little bit too late for that. Bambo gonna chalk another one up for him. 7-0-10 on this Shaker.
Man, this Shaker is just such a boss, really. I mean, he's played so well. Armin gonna get silenced up as well. ED's around, Magic Missile, Chip Sign. He got a little bit too over eager there, but the Fissure, they get the kill anyway. So it's only a support for core. ED might fall as well. Earthshaker gonna chase him down with the help of Nihis, getting the kill there. Just Goomba, they're getting picked off so often.
Yeah, and they're not getting trades either. This is Chronosphere uptime that Chill is just burning away down on the bottom lane. Getting farm is all well and good, but Faceless Void is not going to be able to farm up as fast as the Naga Siren, and he's not going to be able to outcarry both the Siren and the Gyrocopter, both of whom are leading the net worth chart. So they need more farm and more heroes, or a lot more farm on Faceless Void, but he doesn't have a Hand of Midas. He doesn't have anything like that. Maybe if he gets a tier 2 tower for free on the bottom lane, he'll be able to make something happen, but he's not even going for that push. So HEHE, they've made their way all the way up to the tier 3s without any commitment at all. They've brought it down to about half HP. This is a scary amount of map control that HEHE are getting, and the more map control you have, the easier it is to push down all the lanes simultaneously as a Naga Siren.
So we have one item pickup coming up for the Troll Warlord, the SNY. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's a decent enough item. Troll Warlord is gonna just run pretty damn fast, having the Berserker's Rage, of course, but this item I don't think is gonna help him at all in the fights. There's just so much magic damage already coming out from HEHE that they're just gonna melt when they're actually gonna go into the fight. I just think like maybe even a Vlad, not necessarily, but like drums into BKB, something like that might have been a little bit more useful for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's really working with the budget, and he's not going to get caught. No item would have saved him there, aside from just like pure HP and like a pipe. They're going to open up on top lane though. Nice two-man chrono. About time one of those landed. They're going to kill off the Gyrocopter and maybe the puck. However, there is a Shaker off in the sidelines. His 5 seconds till his ultimate though. He would love to cast that one right now, but there is a catapult spotting his movements, and he has to just run away. At the same time, Chill is going to chase forward for the Scarith Mage. It's still Seki Bambo on the run. Has a Ice Blast heading towards him, and he will run straight into it. This has got to be lethal damage with Exist still giving chase. Sexy Bambo, maybe he can turn around and get a surprise kill with the Echo Slam. No, it's going to be Goomba finally taking a good fight. It's about frickin' time. They need to take like 2 or 3 more of those.
That, from HEHE of course, there was nothing for them to do. The Chronosphere was pretty much perfect in that situation, catching everybody they had their sight on. So excellently done, and wow, look at the fight streak as well. It's about a 4k gold swing, XP about 6,000 or so. It's huge for Goomba, and of course they still have a long way to go, just because, well, Naga Siren is continuously farming up. But that's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah, Naga Siren wasn't a part of that fight. Shaker wasn't really a part of that fight. Nor was the Scarith Mage. They were all just kind of picked off after the fact. So that was pretty much Goomba getting 2 heroes killed in a fight, and then finding a whole bunch of pickoffs thereafter. So it's perfectly fine for them. I mean, they'll take it every single time, but if HEHE actually are in a full 5-on-5 engagement, then you cannot expect things to go the same way if you're Goomba. You know that you're going to lose several more heroes. Like, if they waited 5 more seconds to have that fight, then I'm pretty sure Sexy Bambo would have cleaned house with his ultimate.
Yeah, I actually think the puck could have maybe done a little bit more as well. I'm pretty sure his silence was all cooldown, so straight after the phase shift maybe could have silenced 3 heroes and tried to go for something more, but in any case, we do have almost a refresher finished on Exist. Only needs another 1000 gold. Refresher Reverse Polarity is definitely just a strong contender for the late game dominance. Catching multiple heroes in it though, a little bit harder as Bambo. He's just solo in the enemy jungle. He's level 15, he's gonna find Exist. Gets the blink out before the shockwave connects. Araman not gonna be fast enough, I think, or maybe the whirling axis, they actually connect the Fisher Araman. He's on the wrong side, otherwise Shipsign might have even gone for it. But they are rather grouped up. Do you think they're actually gonna go for a push, or are they just gonna split push it out with Naga Siren farming continuously?
Well, they have a Naga Siren who's not being stopped at all. This is perfect time for her to get more items up. She's going to be most likely pushing mid and top at the same time. Eventually, that top tier 2 is going to drop. And now Goomba, well, they're going to try to go for Bambo, but this Earthshaker is feeling so confident in his ability to survive. He might get Chronosphere, but a nice Fissure and Call Down is going to slow everyone down. Now Chill dropping to below half HP. Does he really want to chase forward for this one? He has a Chronosphere, yes, and he will set it up right now for Techno Roshan. Shockwave is there as well. The damage isn't going to quite be enough as the missile does connect, and that was the worst Echo Slam I've ever seen from Bambo. But they will get the kill on Chill regardless, as the Gyrocopter does burn his 10-second BKB to survive out of that one. It's still going to be a kill for them, and it might be 2 as Edie is now silenced, trying to run to the Roshan pit for some sort of escape. There is nothing to be had there. Puck is going to take that kill. More and more kills for HEHE, and still the split pushing continues. Goomba, they were so close, but it doesn't matter if you're close to getting kills. What matters is actually getting that killing blow, which they fell short on.
That chase from the Faceless Void was so damn bad through all the damage. He only had 400 HP left. If he had like even 100 more HP, I think he would have gotten a kill on the Gyro. He literally needed only 1 more right click for it. So a little bit unfortunate. Exist at least didn't die, so he's gonna have the level 3 ultimate with, well, the double ultimate really in about 500 gold. Unless Hardeman steals all of his farm. But they actually even have an ancient apparition with the Aghanims now with the level 2 Ice Blast. But so far, I don't think there's been a single team fight where we've seen really all of Goomba's ultimates work for them.
Yeah, I mean, as powerful as their ultimates are with the Aghanims, with the Refresher, the fact of the matter is they're just not landing. It's like you could have the best skills in the world, but if you can't land them, then it's irrelevant. Troll Warlord is going to get picked off yet again. At a certain point, like, you could lock them down for a double RP. That's like, what, 7 seconds of just cold, hard stun? But if you can't kill them off because you're not actually finding 2 or 3 targets per RP, then it's irrelevant. So, HEHE, they also have the Naga Siren to disengage should they get hit with 1 RP. If the Naga Siren is not included in that, they're going to be able to pop the song and then run away with everyone else. So only 1 RP with very limited follow-up is not really a threat. Things are looking very bad for Goomba despite their items. Really, it's the fact that they're just not playing well. They haven't found any opportunities, and Chill might even get picked off once again. He's going to get double silence. BKB instantly going to get popped off. The Chronosphere is going to catch Bambo, and he's going to try to kill off the Earthshaker. He will be successful in doing so. This Faceless Void does do quite a bit of damage. Now time walking forward. Going to try to dual Techno Roshan. He's taking a lot of damage, and now the Song of the Siren is going to allow for Call Down to be set up, although the song's going to wear out. Now Chill is going to continue his bashing. He will get brought down by the Gyro in the end. Nias is going to hit with 1 RP. Still very tanky. This Naga Siren is going to get skewered back in tower range. Does not have a song, and she will be brought down. No second RP needed. That's going to be pretty much the best fight that Goomba have taken all game, and Edie looking for one more. Waz in the trees, trying to teleport out. Short Ice Blast, gonna be short, and this... what?
This
swap?
That's an awkward interaction. I mean, swap went through, yet the TP happened anyway. I would have loved to see Vengeful Spirit end up in the Radiant base, and Puck being where the TP was. That would have been such a sick thing to see, but Roshan is up as well now. Perfect timing for Goomba to win a fight now. Araman pops the Battle Trance. Gonna go straight into Roshan, probably gonna get it as well. Might need some assistance like an Empower or maybe Faceless Void who's dead. But they're gonna get it, or at least they should be able to claim it for themselves, and it's gonna be huge for them.
They had a little bit of lifesteal, any lifesteal at all, then Troll Warlord can easily do this by himself. But he's just going to take the hit in health and just take the double life for himself. He does have to worry about Techno Roshan, who is closing in. He has a call down, he will use it straight away. Arman suddenly going to get dropped very low very quickly. There's no Roshan here for the Troll Warlord. In fact, Gyrocopter is now going to try to snatch it. It is going to be Exist once again, snatching the Aegis. He's going to kill off one hero, but now he's facing up against way too many. Chill's gonna jump forward for Chronosphere, mostly zoning, but it does catch Chipsen off in the back end, and it will be enough to bring him down. Exist can take a fissure, but he will still survive. Here comes the Naga Siren, will quickly kill off Gasha. Now gonna go forward to everyone else who's stuck in this corner. Exist is gonna burn down to the Radiance Burn. Now the Echo Slam from the Earthshaker. That's gonna be a full team wipe. There is a Magnus who's gonna respawn, does not have a skewer out. He has a blink, however. He will blink to the south, and he will be able to survive, but still, they don't get the Aegis. That kind of sucks. But I think they might get all the heroes. Exist gonna skewer right into Bambo, trying to TP out, but now he's walled off with dragons. That's never where you want to be in any game. I don't know where that is a good situation. Exist, does he have any sort of escape from this? I don't think he does. It will be a full 5-man team wipe in the end.
Once again, Bambo, really nice Echo Slam, completely killing the Faceless Void off. Didn't even get the chance to activate his PKB or anything. But that fight was just so similar to the last Roshan, really. Of course, last Roshan, they got a few kills beforehand, before going into Roshan, and then afterwards as well, I think. But at this certain point, Goomba thought, or it seemed like they might even get a decent fight, but not to be. Suddenly Nihis joined the fight, and the Radiance, the Riptides were too much for Goomba to handle. So they get the win, didn't get the Aegis, but it says just maybe a moral victory for Goomba, but that's about it.
Yeah, and you could take all the moral victories in the world, but if you don't have the golden experience to back it off, then it's not going to be helping you. There's a 14k advantage in gold and a 10k plus advantage in experience for HEHE. That's only going to get larger as this game progresses. I mean, we've seen Mag with Refresher Orb now. He has used the Refresher Orb once, but there have been no double RPs. And if he was so inclined to use it just for the sake of using it, he would have caught like probably 2 or 3 heroes between all the RPs combined. So this is Refresher Orb not providing value. At this point, a Shiva's Guard would have been doing so much more for the team.
Well, at least the double reverse polarity potential is bigger, but of course, like I said, it's not all that reliable for you. And now he has himself a Heart of Tarrasque as well, so even double reverse polarity, they might struggle a little bit in getting the kill. Ancient Operation Ice Blast with the Aghanim Scepter definitely is going to help out, just to make sure that Nihis doesn't disengage and have the hard kick in for him. But mid lane, Sexy Bambo, he has the Echo Slam. Is he gonna go for RMN? He's gonna think better of it. Maybe waited for that 1+ hero. They still have vision of the supports as well. Chilling Touch comes out. Naga Illusion probably shouldn't be bait enough. Puck destroys a tier 2. And they pretty much have this game under control. I mean, they have the aggressive vision. They see everything. They're going to jump onto Gasha now as well. There's the Fisher, Mystic Flare. Actually, Mystic Flare missed, but he got the Ice Blast off at the very least. Skyraft going to drop low for it. But such an easy kill for them to get.
And with another Blink Dagger in 1 second, they might be looking for RMN. I think the only reason Sexy Bambo is not going in is because he knows the level of Vengeful Spirit. Swap is going to keep him alive. Bambo's going to get jumped upon. It's actually no, just Chronosphere on Detective Roshan. The Fisher's going to wall off Chill, and he can't get around that. No, he's going to bash right over it, in fact. Now the BKB is going to pop. RP number 1 is going to catch only Bambo. The Echo Slam's going to whiff as the Solid Siren cancels all that damage. Now Nia is going to get targeted focus. Sexy Bambo off to the side does not have much to contribute any longer. Exist going to land the second RP. Will only catch Nias, though, and this Naga Siren with the heart is more than happy to tank that for the team. And the rest of the Goomba, they're going to go down in a hurry. That's the Void down. Edie's going to drop as well. That's a 5-0. That was even with a completely whiffed Echo Slam. They took that fight so convincingly.
If that Echo Slam had landed, that would have been like 3 heroes dead the same instant, more or less. Ice Blast will come out. A little bit late though. It's going to be enough to get, I think, at least 1 kill here. Hava, I think he's the first one to fall on the puck. Yule Scepter trying to buy whatever time he can. Another phase shift. If he survives, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen, but nice Ice Blast, just too little too late.
Second Roshan might be shattering as well, and he will. Double kill value for the Ancient Apparition, but so what? Losing those heroes is fine. It's a 5-2 instead of a 5-0. Oh no, that's terrible for HEHE. They're going to jump forward to Bambo, looking for Gasha. He's not going to get the kill, but I'm pretty sure these illusions are. Need one more Riptide, and the burn will do it. Should be enough. There it is. Illusions killing you off is the most embarrassing thing ever. Bambo going to lose the gem as Edie does take that Earthshaker down, but the Araxes have already been taken, and 35 minutes into the game, this might be a shorter Naga Siren game than we ordinarily see, but when you get this much farm, that's kind of to be expected. She is so very close to her Butterfly, and then she has only a Ring of Aquila to ship out. She's pretty much 6-slotted, and Gyrocopter, what's his status looking like? He's very close to his Butterfly as well. Not as close, but still working his way towards there. It's going to be HEHE in complete control of this game, and double RP. Again, it hit, I think, 2 people with both RPs, so it's not very relevant. Exist is not doing enough with his ultimates, and really the Chronospheres aren't enough either. They need to hit more than 1 person per ultimate use.
The first reverse polarity in that fight definitely hit only 1. Oh, never mind, I think the second one hit only Nihi's. First one, I think it only connected onto 1 as well. Might have been Nihi's as well. But since he has the heart, and they were trying to kill off the Gyrocopter in that Chronosphere, they just didn't have enough to pump out afterwards. At the very least, RMN on the Troll Warlord is gonna have his BKB for the next fight as well, if he can even pop it in time. For example, Chill, he went for the Chronosphere, but since he didn't pop his BKB, the Fisher stopped him for long enough for the Gyrocopter to survive for a little while longer. So maybe just popping the BKBs preemptively is gonna help them out in the next fights.
Yeah, you never really want to do that, as generally with the Chronosphere, you should be feeling pretty safe. I mean, that's why Faceless Voids go for Mask of Madness, because they rarely take damage in there. But you have to. If your target is going to survive at that little amounts of HP, you have to secure the kill. There's no other option, or otherwise you waste the biggest ultimate tool you have for the team in order to get absolutely nothing done. Now HEHE, they're going to move up to the top lane. This is not going to have to be a forced push for them, but they're going to go in anyway with an Echo Slam to exist. This is such a dead mag. Sexy Bambo did not need any help at all for that one. It's going to be top lane pushed, and it looks like bottom lane might be pushed as well, although there's a tier 2 tower, so should just be 1 lane, but this is a lane that Goomba cannot defend without their RPs.
And with no buyback, there's no chance at all, and even Chill has to back off. Not to mention Gasha and the Ancient Apparition. Those illusions just, they are way too tanky. And Shiva's card finished on Hava as well. He pops it, might have been a misclick, not too sure. Edie, maybe he can get a just great swap onto somebody, get a surprise kill like that. But look at the illusions. Oh, beautiful Chrono catches free. But they need the follow-up as well. Ice Blast will connect onto all 3 of them. He's there with the Song of the Siren, but BKB on RMN. Is it gonna be enough? Song, it ends. It's a 1-for-0 so far in this current fight. Nihis though, he's just way too tanky. Chill, he's gonna come in as well, but once the BKB's end, they're gonna be royally screwed. Time walk away from Chill. I mean, it was probably one of the better fights they could have asked for, but no Magnus to just help out with the Empower or Reverse Polarity is just not enough.
Bambo stuck in a corner is going to go down. I mean, they landed a 3-man Chronosphere and a 3-man Ice Blast. If you can't take a fight off of that, then realistically it's just not going to happen. Granted, their mag didn't land a single RP there, which is kind of unfortunate, so it could have potentially gone better for Goomba. But that's the thing, like, their potential for fights is so huge, but their realistic fight is just so low, and that's just what's costing them these Raxes. With 2 Raxes down, I mean, they made the best fight that they've had in quite a long time and just was not good enough. Wasn't even close to good enough, honestly. Now Chilled in the mid lane is going to get ground up by Bambo and Illusions. Illusions are going to take it, and they're also chasing for a little bit more. Gasha is going to be netted to the floor. He is going to be brought down to hurry. RP only going to connect onto Illusions, and Exist is going to get punished because of it. And now the Radiance Burn is going to kill off the Ancient Apparition. This has got to be game.
And they were on tilt already, or at least the Magnus was, it felt like it. Of course, they just didn't apply enough pressure at the right times. They needed to get their ultimates off or just win fights before the Naga gets to this stage. But they weren't even, like, they were never close enough even to stop the Naga Siren from farming.
Yeah, so when you don't let the Naga Siren farm like that, obviously you're asking for pain, and it's exactly what the Naga Siren delivered. But I mean, we said that Naga Siren is, oh, she did so well. She got a lot of farm, and she's hitting very hard. But in all honesty, it was mostly the supports from HEHE. Like, they bought so much space for the Naga Siren by constantly getting those kills. Namely, Bambo, 11, 5, and 25. This Shaker play was out of control, and if without that, without the Scarith Mage to also apply that pressure, Goomba would have had a lot more time to get, first of all, more farm for their own heroes, but also deny that farm to the Siren. So I would say Bambo probably carrying this team on a Shaker.
It's fair to say that, to be honest. I mean, he got that really fast Blink Dagger. He got it like 3-4 minutes before Hawa on the Puck did even. So that just goes to show how well he's been doing. And Puck, he's been dying 9 times. Just one of the more elusive heroes in the game overall with the phase shift. Especially having the Yule Scepter as well, Chill. He's trying to solo Roshan. Mask of Madness, lifesteal, just not gonna be enough. Although, Exist, Blinks in as well in power, gonna help tank it up. There's the Battle Trance. Can they actually sneak this one? Because the previous Roshans, they've been really messy. Hawa, not gonna check into it. They might even be able to get the Aegis and Cheese here.
I don't think that matters, though. Like, their 2 Raxes down. Even if they have all these additional lives and buybacks galore. Do they even have buybacks? The Vengeful Spirit has buyback. That's all for the Dire. It's going to help them for sure, but they have to take like 2 or 3 good fights, and Aegis and Cheese is only going to offer you 1 good fight.
Oh, there's even a BKB now on Vengeful, although not too sure if that's gonna be enough, because Naga Siren, he has his Diffusal Blade now as well. If he upgrades that, it's gonna be legit 6 slotted. Gyrocopter not farming half as fast, but they don't really have a lack for damage anyway. There's a Vladimir's offering now on Troll as well, gonna help out somewhat, but they're already just 2 sets of racks behind. In all honesty, they can't really leave their base without just dying.
Yeah, the Naga Siren just sent in a whole bunch of illusions, and the entirety of Goomba were trying desperately to kill them off. They took one of the tier 4 towers in the meantime, and look, just top lane illusions. Let's see, Armen, he's like doing okay versus this illusion, but he lost most of his mana, and he lost like about 1/3 of his HP just to 1 illusion. That's not supposed to happen. And Chill, I don't think he's faring much better. In fact, he's faring a lot worse. He's gonna drop half of his HP to 1 illusion. This is freaking terrifying if you're on Goomba.
Naga Siren, man. There's a reason why that hero is just so often banned in the first phase, really. You can shut him down, but you 100% have to do it early, or have just an excellent illusion clearing lineup. Goomba, of course, in theory, having the Empower, having the Magnus overall with double reverse polarity, they should be able to do it, but they have such a spread out team, or they can take fights while being spread out just because they have so much mobility, the Blink Daggers on the Earthshaker and the Puck. They can come in from so many different angles that Goomba, they're just having such a hard time of actually landing the perfect reverse polarities and the Chronos.
And now HEHE don't even have to walk their heroes into the base to win this game. They just have to constantly wait for Mantis Style and Mirror Images to be available. Send those illusions in, kill off the tower. Chill's gonna jump in, try to go for Bambo. The damage is huge, and it will be enough to kill off the Earthshaker. Will not nearly be enough to kill off this Naga Siren. Maybe she's looking for a sleep power. She's gonna get permabashed almost. The song is gonna come out. However, Armen on the south side is not gonna get affected by that. 2-man Ice Blast is gonna connect, And it's going to be enough to kill off Techno Roshan, but no, Armen goes down before that. Gyrocopter might survive as Chill's still alive with the Aegis in tow. That's going to be his first life, very quickly brought down. No, he's actually going to get swapped out. He might still die to the Arcane Bolt, though. RP, #1 from Exist. Skewer back, setting up for RP #2, I'm sure. No, he's silenced. He can't get anything else off, and he's going to go down. Chill. Did he use the Aegis? He did, and now he's going to lose his second life. Even with Aegis and Cheese, it's just not enough. This is a good game.
The Diffusal Blade is such a huge boost in damage, to be honest, for Naga Siren. You could see that he didn't do all that much, but once the mirror images came out, everybody died. Although the Ice Blast, man, the Ice Blast was so sick. Techno Roshan died pretty much to the Ice Blast, and a few right clicks from the troll as well, but they just played it perfectly. Like you said, the supports really made the game for them.
That is going to mean that HEHE are still in the Yardred Festival, and Goomba, unfortunately for them, are not, as this was an elimination game. Unfortunately, just a best of one, kind of awkward there, but it's well played by the Shaker. The supports from HEHE certainly pulling their weight, and Goomba, they just couldn't get enough started in the early game. The Blink Mag wasn't really enough. The early game rotating supports was non-existent, so Goomba, they just were outplayed, fair and simple.
Yeah, guys, so that's going to conclude it for the Yardred Festival and for us on this channel. HeflaTV 1 is still going. It's going to be Denial versus Moscow 5 coming out there, so it should be another great Division 1 game for the European division here. So definitely check that out. From us, it's a good night or good day, or good whatever you're gonna do next, I guess. We're of course HeflaTV. If you liked what we did, be sure to follow us. All the necessary links are below the stream. For the casters, it's at Coucher for everything for me, at Mike Lores for my co-caster. And Mike, any last words?
Not really. I mean, congratulations to HEHE for not getting eliminated from the Yardred Festival. Don't know who they're going to be playing up against next, but it's a grueling gauntlet of elimination, so it's really tough for them.
It's going to be Album Sheet or Screen Squad, either or, whichever one wins their own game. So we're going to come back with Yardred Festival tomorrow as well. It's going to be Power Rangers versus Denial in the semi-final of the upper bracket, as well as I think a couple of lower bracket games tomorrow. So lots of Dota to come, as always. So for now, check out HeflaTV for Moscow 5 versus Denial and just have a good one.
Later, guys.